You see, this is all about a blood-curdling practice by some food retailers known as
shrinkflation.
Shrinkflation.
Significant shrinkage.
Over the years, some of our favourite supermarket products have shrunk before our beady little eyes. Freddo Frogs went from 15 grams to 12. New flavours of Tim Tams have 9 in a pack, not the usual 11. Smith's chips shrunk from 200 grams to 170 grams. And even toilet paper length dipped from the standard bum cleaning 11 centimetres to a downright reckless 10 centimetres. Pringles tubes are thinner, cornflakes are lighter, and Maltesers fun-sized bags are leaner.
It's inflation by stealth. It is literally inflation happening by changing the volume or changing the weight of what you're buying, but the price stays the same. It's a mental thing. It's a psychological thing. You don't realise it's happening.
Look, shrinkflation is nothing new, but us Aussie food-loving arse-wipers are getting a tiny panic about it now because of A, COVID, and B, the war in Ukraine. With global supply chains affected, skyrocketing fuel prices, and spikes in the cost of major commodities like wheat and fats, the next 18 months could either see some products rise in cost by around 10 to 20%, or they could shrinkimify to keep the cost the same.
Compared to standard inflation, actually seeing price increasing, shrinkflation tends to be slightly more aggressive. If you look at inflation right now, it's very high. In food, about 7 to 8%. But if you think about in terms of the loss of weight in the products that we've just looked at, that's not 7 or 8%. That's 10, 12, and even as much as 20% reduction in weight for the same price.
Like when a man goes swimming afterwards.
It shrinks?
The next things to start watching are things that are involved with grains, like wheat, like corn. Because of the Russia-Ukraine scenario, 30% of global grain supplies come out of the Black Sea.
To stay ahead of the shrinkflation curve, just check out the unit price. That's the little bit here that tells you what you're paying for the weight. And pray we don't end up in a world where Coles Minis are actually Coles Maxis.
We fixing milk, baby!
It's quite an investigation, Rove.
It was a Rove exclusive. a Rove's expert Rove.
From our roving reporter.
You know the saddest part of all of this? I thought I was getting bigger. Turns out not the case. Although next time I do get out of a cold swimming pool, I can say, oh, it's a post-COVID inflation
You blame Putin?
reduction. Yeah, it's Putin's
Blame
fault.
Putin.